Hey guys, welcome back, it's Neo, and as y'all know from the previous video, well, as y'all may or may not know from the previous video, the SPAMTON Sweepstakes got updated. One of its pages got reopened, and people got an email saying second chance for the currently unsolved or previously unsolved Deltarune.com/chapter 4/thank you page, where you'd input your email, you input a number. He gave us another chance because nobody solved it, and it seems like this time there are a bunch of different answers. So I don't think we're supposed to solve it from day one. This is definitely supposed to be some post chapter 3 and 4 stuff to lead into chapter 5. So therefore, this must be important to chapter 5. So if y'all haven't already, if you want Deltarune news quick, timely, most of the time, and a bunch of like other stuff, make sure to subscribe, okay? Anyways, let me just jump into it. We got answers. I cataloged all documented answers from Twitter, and there are about 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 answers to right now, and there are about 14 answers that I have currently. If there are any more that get discovered that are significant after this video gets dropped, I will cover those in another video, so stay tuned for that. Let's jump into it. The first one I'd like to cover, the most widely answered one, is you answered 11 years. And then there's a response for each of the ones. This one is, it was the first time she smiled since she was a child. Move forward with this answer. I'm going to be breaking down every single one of these answers and what they might mean. 11 years. So, remember the egg room from chapter 3? Whether 11 hours or 11 years Deltarune will be waiting? This answer might have something to do with, like, the Eggman. However, or the Forgotten Man. However, I think it's a bit different than that. Sure, there could be a correlation with the Forgotten Man, but as of right now, the Forgotten Man, it's supposed to represent Chris's trauma, right? From back when Chris was a child. Noelle also has trauma from deaths and stuff. And I'm not saying that this is specifically relating to deaths, because obviously this whole thing is all related to the Weird Route. It's all a part of this Weird Route ARG from the second half of SPAMTON Sweepstakes. It was the first time she smiled since she was a child. This could be in relation to the trance Noelle is being put on during that room scene in chapter 4 when we put the thorn ring back on her, because she is having a moment with Chris, and maybe that thorn ring, that trance, is putting her mental into, oh, maybe this is Chris. I'm just spitballing. I don't think this is like what it really represents, but it's definitely something relating to Noelle's nostalgia and her past friendship with Chris when they were children. So, like, because we know that Noelle was kind of forced to be Chris's friend, or at least forced to do things with Chris. I'm sure she actually cared about Chris, but that Ferris wheel ride, we learned from chapter 4 that she went on with Chris when they were kids. She was kind of forced to do that, to hang out with Chris, as obligation to her family and probably to her older sister, because she was friends with Azriel. Maybe that fakeness of maybe her having to fake a smile back in the day with the Ferris wheel, faking her joy, might relate to her faking the smile she gave us and faking wanting to see us in the festival in the Weird Route. And maybe this could imply that we're going to get Weird Route content that reflects her the Ferris wheel scene from from back in Chris and Noelle's childhood. We're gonna get another important Ferris wheel scene, and something's gonna happen on that Ferris wheel that's important. Mark it down right now. In the Weird Route, the Ferris wheel scene will be important. I'm calling it right now. Anyways, let's get to the next one. You answered 11 hours. So, before the sun went down. Move forward with this answer. I think I've been seeing multiple answers get before the sun went down. So I think it's maybe anything under 12 or 24 hours. Before the sun went down means the same day. So this doesn't really imply much, I don't think. If y'all have other observations or other answers that I haven't seen or don't cover in this, leave it in the comments or join our Discord and put it in the Deltarune chat, because we're trying to piece it all together and I'm trying to condense and document all of this. So also, I want a really quick shout out to everyone's emails that I'm using for this whole compilation, because I didn't get an email. So next one, you answered 11. If you follow the same path as everyone else, you won't pass through here. This happens when you only answer 11. You don't specify seconds, hours, or days. You just answer 11. And Toby kind of calls you out for like following everyone else, because basically everyone put just 11. You answered 97 minutes. So before the sun went down. See, this is what I was talking about. This is a double. I didn't mean to put that. You answered 1 day. Then, the next day, you'll see her smile. I think this is for specifically 1 day. So, the next day you'll see her smile. This obviously is like, oh yeah, so yeah, you'll see her smile the next day. But, this could be reflecting and foreshadowing Chapter 5. In Chapter 5, the next day, we'll be seeing her smile. We'll be seeing her entranced. We're gonna take her as a vessel, maybe. I don't know. Something big is happening in Chapter 5 Weird Route. Then, you answered now. So she never stopped smiling. So, this would mean, like, she never, like, she's already smiling from the point of, like, whatever happened that this email is referring to, which we assume is the thorn ring being put on Noelle. She never stopped smiling, then that would mean. You answered 12:25 hours. This is what I did. When you have a bat, everything looks like a ball. And I believe So Is Sunny here is correct in their observation. 12:25 is a red herring. 12:25 is the bat, while everything else is a possible ball to us. This, obviously, I think Toby understood that we were going to have many people put 12:25 hours. When you have a bat, everything looks like a ball, obviously. When you have an answer or an obvious answer, everything else or everything looks like an answer. If you have 12:25, everything is 12:25 type shit. But maybe this foreshadows something about deaths that we'll be getting in Chapter 5. We already know the Chapter 5 teaser for the Weird Route that we got back in the original SPAMTON Sweepstakes ARG for, well, I mean, the part 2 of it was a hometown cover in the Desk Guitar sound front. Like, the sound front that was made for Find Her, the Lost Girl remix that you can hear in the 12:25 room in Chapter 3. Anyways, if you answer I don't know, you get so you don't think it was really you who made her smile. This right here is confirmation to me that this, like, what this confirms. Let me start that again. This right here is confirmation to me that the email and the ARG is referring to when we put the thorn ring on Noelle. So do you think it was really you that made her smile? Or you don't think it was really you who made her smile? The thorn ring was put on not by Chris, let me reiterate this if anyone doesn't get it by now, but by the player, by you who's playing the game. So, this is Toby or Gaster or whoever's sending us this email. It could be Image Friend, it could be Satoru Gojo, but they know it's us. Anyways, you answered forever. Do you think that means she still can? I'm not sure what this means, I'm gonna be honest. Do you think she still can? So this would mean she never smiled. Maybe she can be happy and find herself at some point. Find her. Maybe referring to when she finds Des as well. This one specifically, but I doubt it. I think it's all just relating to the thorn ring being put on. So, I don't know. I think this is just like a response. Nothing more. No implications. This is important. You answered 4 chapters. Then, it was the first time she ever smiled in her life. I think this might be the correct answer. because we wouldn't have any way to find this out prior. It was the first time she ever smiled in her life. The thorn ring would be the first time she's truly entranced, because we really, like, connected ourselves this time. With the thorn ring previously, she still kind of had agency in herself. She was able to walk home. She was able to walk away after killing Birdley. She seems to be fully entranced. She calls Chris and says, yo, I want to go to the festival with you tomorrow. I think that's what this means. I'm not sure if there's any major implications that we can learn more from, but this is still really fresh. I'm really stumped on this. But anyways, if you answer multiple, you get 11 hours or 11 years, or that's what this person did. It says make up your mind. Damn, Gaster. Okay. And then this, I thought it was fake at first, but it seems like there's multiple people looking and getting this, not looking, but it seems like there's multiple people getting this answer. Until she met Susie, and you get aw. Suzelle is winning, I guess. I don't know, bro. But the next two are, if you answer just a bunch and maybe don't specify the hours or seconds or minutes, if it's not 11, you get, but how long is that supposed to be? And if you add a negative number, you say, or it gets, she felt it like a countdown. This could imply that Noelle felt a sense of dread while putting on the thorn ring, which would make sense. She was extremely scared while putting on the thorn ring. So, that's probably what this could mean. Anyways, I think I've covered and, like, tried my best to explain all of the responses that we've cataloged so far. I will make an update if there's anything new. And, of course, if you don't want to miss that, like, subscribe, join Discord, comment, blah, 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 blah. If you really feel like it, consider becoming a member. I do want to say thanks on all the support from the past day and the past video. 200 something subs is ridiculous work in a day. So thank y'all. And yeah, we out of here. Always bet on Raid Gore Night. And yeah, maybe Toby will post something on 12/25 on Christmas. Who knows? But I do think there is substance in here, and I might make a follow-up video even if there is nothing new that's found. If I wrap my head around everything and think I found an answer to what this all could mean. Because this whole video is just me speculating. It's heavy speculation, heavy and fresh speculation, so do take everything I said with a grain of salt. But yeah, we'll see y'all when I figure any of this out. Guys, Toby Fox, what the